The Dallas game? Similar to my thoughts after the Atlanta game, that there are probably 2 or 3 throws that you want to have back, and you feel like if you even hit one of them, it could be the difference in the game, in a game that was that close. Unfortunately, I can't get them back, but it's encouraging to think you're that close to playing at a level that's going to get your team a win. But I'm learning, I'm getting better, and I'm putting those things away and trusting that in the future those are going to help me have success, having gone through those experiences.
You know, if this is being looked at sort of as a 3-game, 3-start competition, and you're not too starts into it, where do you feel like you are in terms of what you showed this team, what you showed others?
Well, I feel like I've improved. I've done some good things. I feel like there's a lot I can take from it and be encouraged about going into the off season. Obviously, I want to still finish strong and show even more this week, but I think there's a lot to be feeling positive about, and there are other things to be hard on yourself and go back and learn from. But I think I'm in a good spot right now. Obviously, we would have liked to have those be wins, but we're 2 points away from being 2-0 in this 3-game stretch, and hopefully we can get a win this week.
You cut your turnovers down from 3 against Atlanta to 1 last week. Were you being more conscious of it? Were you being a little more conservative in your thinking that helped make that happen?
I don't think so. I think I was still letting it rip and trying to go where my reads took me. But it's important to cut down on turnovers. I think if you throw an interception every game the entire season, you're going to lead the league in terms of having the lowest number of interceptions, only throwing 16. So you're going to turn the ball over here and there. That's part of playing fast and playing aggressive. But obviously you don't want to have the multi-turnover games, and I'm going to cut down on those as I continue to play.
You haven't been sacked since the first series of the Atlanta game, and you obviously haven't taken that many hits. What do you feel is the reason for that? Is it just that extra practice reps, or is there something specifically that you feel you do really well to avoid that?
Well, I've always said that a quarterback's only as good as the guys around him, and I feel like our offensive line has done an outstanding job of protecting me, not turning guys loose. If you look at me, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to have escapability when somebody gets turned loose. So I'm at their mercy a little bit. They've done a great job. And then also Kyle Shanahan has done a great job of play calling to put me in a position to be successful where I'm able to get rid of the football and I'm able to find an outlet. And, it's on me to not take sacks. And I think the guys around me have done a great job putting me in a good position.
You targeted Pierre, I think it was 18 times in that game. How much of that was a conscious effort that you guys wanted him to have the ball in his hands, and how much was just that's where the ball went because the defense dictated that on that play where that ball would go?
To be honest with you, I wasn't trying to get him the ball any more than I normally would be with any other receiver. I feel that our game plan is going to be to put our best players in a position to be successful. So Kyle is doing a good job of getting Pierre in a position to have success. And I'm going where my reads are taking me. For whatever reason against Dallas, a lot of times that ended up being number 88. But there wasn't really a conscious effort. It's just the way it happened and the way that the play calling and the formation alignments and the motions and the coverages dictated where the ball went.
There's so much uncertainty for this team going into this last game, not just the coaching staff, but the number of free agents you have in that locker room. Does that make it any challenge in preparing for this game whatsoever?
There's a different feeling to this game than there was at the end of last season or earlier in the season, because you don't know what that locker room is going to look like in April. And, as part of the NFL, you understand that uncertainty and a lot of turnover is part of playing in this league. So it's not surprising, but it is a part of this game. And we understand that the locker room may look a little different in April or next August. And I think we've enjoyed one another. We've have had good chemistry despite the lack of wins, and I think we all want to put together a final product in this last game that we can be proud of.
Just following up on that, because you work so closely with Kyle, what is the best thing that Kyle does in terms of the coordination of the offense? Is it the actual calls on game day, or is it his prep throughout the week that stands out to you?
Yeah, he does a very good job of in-game adjustments on game day. I think he does a very good job with the passing game and putting me as a quarterback in a position to be successful. He does a very good job with receivers and splits and motions. And, I just have total faith and confidence in him to put me in a position to be successful, and I feel like he's done that every time I've had a chance to play here as a part of the Redskins. And he's the kind of guy that I think very highly of as an offensive coordinator. And if I get to play for Kyle or someone like Kyle at his level of a play caller for the rest of my career, I'll be in very good shape. So I think the world of him and Coach Shanahan. And I think, like I said, I'll be very successful if I get to play for a play caller like them. All right.
It's usually between 2 and 5 minutes after that.